Now at 5:02 to a story sparking a lot of conversation online. Construction, as you can see here, now underway on the east wing of the White House, where President Trump plans to build a new ballroom.
Our Jess Arnold live outside the White House with more on the multi-million-dollar project and what it's expected to replace. Good morning, Jess.
Good morning, Wisdom. Yes, it is going to replace where the First Lady and her team traditionally kept their offices in the East Wing. Now, President Trump said he and other private donors are going to cover that $250 million price tag, which some people have criticized as out of touch with what the average American would want. Now, we have some new video in of that demolition that we saw happening yesterday here on the White House grounds. The Associated Press reports that even though the president deployed the wrecking ball to the East Wing, the ballroom has not received a green light from the National Capital Planning Commission yet. At a recent dinner, President Trump said he was told there were 0 zoning conditions. Now, this entire structure would be 90,000 square feet and more than double the footprint of the existing building. The renderings here show a massive open ballroom with gold and crystal chandeliers, gilded Corinthian columns, a coffered ceiling with gold inlays, and checkered marbled floors. 3 walls of arched windows look out over the White House's south grounds. Now, the space will be able to seat 650 people. Now, President Trump's administration asserts that construction will not interfere with the main building and that it will maintain the historical character of the White House.
You're going to see a ballroom the likes of which I don't think it'll be topped. It'll be the finest. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, Jess, these plans would mark some of the most significant changes to the White House in a century, but have other presidents been able to come in there and do anything similar to this?
Yeah, you know, most first families make some kind of alteration. In terms of the big alterations that we've seen here to the White House, President Theodore Roosevelt made that in 1902 when he, built out more of the White House, established the West Wing as the executive office. President Harry Truman in 1952 completely gutted the inside and renovated. That's a major renovation that we've seen here, but we've also seen smaller ones, as I mentioned. Lady Bird Johnson, she had a lot to do with the East Garden, establishing the Children's Garden. More recently, when when President Obama was in office, Michelle Obama then constructed the White House garden on the South Lawn. So there have been a lot of updates, these first families and presidents making their marks throughout this process. Now, in terms of this ballroom construction, President Trump's team says that it is expected to be completed before the end of this term. Guys.
All right, Jess, thank you very much for the update.